Hello, everyone, and welcome to the wrap-up show presented by UPMC Health Plan. Day 6 in the books here at St. Vincent College. The Steelers in pads for the second consecutive day today. We're going to open things up for you by taking it down to the playing field at Chuck Noll Stadium and talking to a guy who has been putting those pads to good use the last 2 days, rookie running back Jaylen Warren. Jaylen, thanks for taking a few minutes with us. I'm curious, did you hear Mike Tomlin talking about you after practice yesterday, specifically your appetite for competition based on your performance in backs on backers?
Yeah, I heard about it.
And what's your reaction when you get the attention of the head coach in a drill such as that?
I mean, obviously it's a good feeling, coming in here undrafted, knowing you got to, prove things. It's something I'm kind of used to, and, I don't complain about nothing. Hearing about it, getting noticed, it's a really good feeling.
And it looked like you followed that up today with some success in team run, a couple of positive plays, and then in that last team period a few minutes ago, it looked like you popped a pretty good one. If they're tackling in that period, would you still have been running?
Still would have been running, man. Yes, sir. No, yeah, that's the hopes, but, anything can go down when it's a tackling setting. You never know.
What kind of opportunity do you sense here, and how are you going to go about taking advantage of it?
All the opportunities, I've come across, I just try to put my best foot forward, and whatever comes after that, I'm grateful for it. As long as I'm putting my, best foot forward, that's all I can do.
And they're listing you at 5'8", 215. I'm guessing you envision yourself as a guy who can run with quicks or power.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I've been told that. I just do what I can.
Well, Jaylen, we appreciate you taking a few minutes. Continued success, and thanks for joining us here on the wrap-up show.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me.
Jaylen Warren, rookie running back from Oklahoma State, will now welcome Craig Wolfley to the show, a part of our tag team. It's either Craig Wolfley to start and Max Starks for the wrap-up, or vice versa. And since we talked to Max before practice today, we'll now welcome Wolf to the program. And Wolf, I sensed a little bit of progress in the run game today, team run. There were some positive gains, some moving of the pile. The one run by Anthony McFarland Jr. looked like about 2 yards on his own, and then the pile pushed him for about 10. What did you see in that period?
What I saw was very competitive play between the offensive and defensive lines. You can see a lot of these guys getting after it now. It's day 2 of the pads. The first day is kind of like, you got your rash guard on and you got a few itches and scratches, things like that. Now you're getting a little comfortable, so you got your lid on extra tight. Maybe you got 2 chin straps on, for all I know. But the intensification starts to ratchet up. And it has to do so because, let's face it, the defense is, what they're doing is they're seeing the same plays that, over and over that the offense is running. So each time that they run them, they're getting more and more familiar with the little keys. Who's got hand pressure on the ground? Who's looking where he's going? Who's, doing this or that? It's all keys to be able to do it. And so they're able to make better plays defensively. Well, the offense now got to ratchet up more, and you got to come off and go harder. And that's the natural give and take of this, of the offense and defense. And we saw the offense getting more and more confident in coming off the ball. Still too many problems with guys able to beat blocks at the line of scrimmage, or you got some missed assignments that create problems right away for the backs.
We also saw in that team run period, which was tackle football, as Mike Tomlin announced to the team. He wants to make sure everybody knows when those tackle periods are occurring. Cam Hayward seemed to have an issue with Benny Snell. Was that just Cam Hayward being Cam Hayward? Or if you're on offense, do you think, hey, I got under that guy's skin, we must be doing something right?
Well, I think it's simply a matter of this. We know it's now pads are on because Cam's fighting. I think Benny, if I saw it correctly, and I'm not sure I caught it too late, somebody pushed somebody. I have a hard time thinking Benny popped Cam right in the chest, but it may be so. Maybe he got, and Cam, well, then at that point, you just poke the lion, and the lion's coming.
Now, running game, I thought I saw some progress. Pass protection-wise, not so much. What do you see going on there, and what needs to start happening?
Well, the running game's simply got to be, right now you got to get the dot the I's, cross the T's with your double teams and most dangerous. What we're getting is some guys are running through, and I saw today Mark Robinson run through a few times and so forth. Some of these guys, they're getting downhill. You got to make sure you pick off the run-through guys. And that'll come as they get more and more acclimated to each other's blocking radius, what they're capable of blocking to the left or right as they run these zone blocking schemes. So it's going to be a principle of staying on track, move the people, but you cannot lose that low pad leverage that you've got to start off with. And this is my only problem with the zone blocking scheme. The taller guys, they have a harder time getting on track and then sinking and coming up and under. When you're a short guy like I am, okay, then you know what? You naturally are under and up a lot of guys.
And then in the passing game, Mike Tomlin took Kenny Pickett to task at one juncture for holding the ball too long, but looked like the pressure was pretty consistent today.
Well, normally that happens when you're with threes. Now he's jumped up to twos. It looked like he was hanging on to the ball longer again today, and then some of the pass protection did break down. I mean, Mason saw it yesterday when he got a couple of guys driven right back into his lap, and the ball gets deflected at the line of scrimmage. Working with the threes is a little bit tougher than working with the twos or the ones. So simply put, for Kenny, I think it's still about trying to get his first quick reads and understand where he's going with the ball. This is getting comfortable. I think the kid, you saw today when you got the backs on backers, I'm sorry, you got these seven reps down at the goal line. You know, he broke the pocket, moved off to his right, and then just zinged one in right at the back of the end zone there. I think it was Miles Boykin caught it over James Pierre. It was a great play, great catch. And those are the capability things that you know that a Kenny Pickett is going to be able to do. On the other hand, you know, the offensive line, you got to get better with making your stand at the line of scrimmage in the short set game. When you short set somebody, you cannot get driven back too fast. You got to make your stand right there.
Well, I would imagine if you get beat quick, too, that's a problem.
Oh, that's a real problem. Getting beat quick is always a problem, Mike.
They had the pads on.
Screens don't even work good when you get beat quick.
They had the pads on for the second day today, and we heard Mike Tomlin yelling just prior to that last team period, put an exclamation point on it. Finish strong, both sides. Some of the other assistant coaches picking up that same sort of philosophy. How tough is it to, get as fired up as everybody gets for day one in pads and then go ahead and run it back again the next day?
Well, that's the mentality that you want to drive yourself on. I mean, anybody can come out and get all excited and cheerlead on day one, but it's day two, day three. Where do you go from that when you drive that initial stake in the ground? That's what it's about. That's where a true pro starts to rise. That's where guys in days of yore, like Jerry Olszewski, really shined because you know what? He'd show up twice a day, every day, and you would see him, and that was just that overachiever guy that went on to have an excellent career simply because he was hardened in his heart and his mind about what he was going to do, and he did it. And that's what you want to see right now with these guys. You come out day one, okay, pretty good. Day two, did you drop off or did you get better? That's always the key. Did you take a step back or a step forward? And I think today there's more guys took step forwards than took step backwards.
That's going to do it for day 6. Wolf, thanks for joining us. We'll do it again tomorrow. You'll be the leadoff hitter tomorrow.
By golly, how about that?
We like to move you up and down the lineup, and then Max Starks will be in your chair at this time tomorrow when we wrap up day 7. Until then, thanks for finding us. This has been the wrap-up show presented by UPMC Health Plan.